Do you want to feel better, have more energy, and be your best and healthiest self? We want the same for you, and that's why your friends at the Total You Show are connecting with top industry experts to deliver the best information to you right where you are. Please welcome your host from the Total You Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Season 3, Episode 3 of the Total You Show. I am Linda Bailey, and today we're going to talk about the dreaded word diet and the issues that surround it. So this word affects how we approach food. And did you know research shows diets don't actually work? There's literally hundreds of them out there, and the research indicates 95% of people who diet and lose weight will gain all of it back and more within 1 year of stopping the diet. It's not a good strategy. But what's worse is the person who has done the diet feels it's their fault. They feel terrible about themselves. And the reason they fail, it's not because diets can't work. It's just they're too restrictive. In the not too distant past, our genes, our hormones, they were all shaped based on a time when there was food scarcity. So that's why if we eat fewer calories than what's required, our body perceives danger. So it literally starts to protect you from starvation, slows down your metabolism, and thinks it needs to store food as fat because the body isn't sure and thinks it might need it later. So that's the classic rebound weight gain scenario. But what's worse is half the weight lost is muscle, but when you regain it, it's mostly fat. So diets can make you lose your metabolic engine because you lose muscle tissue, which utilizes and burns energy. So what works if diets don't? Well, we need to make a few mind shifts surrounding nutrition, food, and body. And one of the first ones we need to do is to realize that everyone's unique. There's no two people alike. Therefore, the food program that might be right for one may not be what is right for another person. So, some people, can't eat seafood. They're allergic to it. Some people can't eat peanuts. There's no one true diet for everybody. Everybody's different, and you got to figure out what's right for you. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Another mind shift is what's healthy for one person may not be the healthiest for the other. So some people can't eat gluten. Some people can't eat dairy. Again, everyone is different. Another mind shift is that your body is the most powerful and best experimentation lab that exists. So if we start becoming curious instead of judgmental about our bodies, then there's no right or wrong answers. And we're just coming from a place of no moral judgment. So you can be curious and notice what's working and what's not working and just observe. And it's more important to learn what works and what doesn't for your body instead of just going with a flat weight loss scheme that's out there for everybody. Another mind shift is related to that one, so that if you don't follow every rule of a diet, then you think you're wrong and a bad person, or that you're just falling short. And that again starts to bring on the judgment. And we're trying to go from a place of judgment to observing what's working, what's not. And when you lose that curiosity and start to judge yourself, it just sets you up for failure. So we can use a diet as a reference, but we shouldn't focus so much on being so rigid with it. Life changes. Life is full of changes, and some of these are even last minute. So because life is that way, we need to be flexible too. Don't judge yourself too harshly because things come up that are out of our control. And it makes us have to change our plans, like I said, even at the last minute. So we need to be more flexible and meet life on life's terms. So when we're really strict on what, when, and how we eat, it puts us in a never-ending cycle of self-judgment, self-punishment, and it's not a healthy place to be. It creates disorder, and we just need to try to be a little more flexible with ourselves. The next mind shift is that the way of eating that's right for one is going to change as you change. So life is constantly changing. We're going in and out of phases of life. So the way we eat is also going to change. And our way of eating should shift to support who we are becoming and what's going on in your life at any point in time. So we need to use food and lifestyle choices that support what's going on in our lives right now. Another mind shift, this was a big one, is our relationship with food and body impacts our health sometimes even more powerfully than the food we eat. Now that's powerful. Did you hear that? Food choices are not just about health, but about life. And the relationship we have with our body is one of the longest we will have in our whole lifetime. And we can always upgrade our beliefs and change them. So here's something really big. Our beliefs create our experience, and our experience confirms our beliefs. So this is not just for health, but about everything in life. But if you turn it back towards food, if you believe food is the enemy, then every time you eat, even if what you eat is really healthy, it puts your body on alert. So the immune system kicks in. Your body may resist the food in some way because of the way you're thinking. So we kind of need to shift that belief. And just know that your body obeys your beliefs. So either you're going to see it that way or you'll behave in a way that makes it true because, again, your beliefs create your experience and your experience confirms your beliefs. So your body is a creation of your beliefs. So if you feel you're ugly, you're fat or whatever, and you don't deserve to eat that good food, the beliefs are going to negate the health benefits from the food. Did you know every symptom, every craving or behavior around food has a positive intention? So let's take, if you have a craving, it's because your body's trying to get you to give it something it needs. Your body just hasn't come up with a better way to get your need met at that point in time, other than make you feel like you have a craving. But whatever it is, the behavior you don't like, instead of looking at it, that it's bad, try to appreciate that it's trying to do something good for you and use it to try to find a better solution. So for cravings, for example, it has a positive intention. It might be telling you there's an imbalance somewhere, and it can be either a physical, mental, or emotional need that's not being addressed. So the craving is the body's way of saying it needs balance and alignment. The last mind shift is that nourishment is more than food. From our food, we take in nutrients, vitamins, proteins, and that's needed for our body to function right. But we take in more than just food. We take in things from our environment all day long, conversations, air, all of these nourish our well-being. So everything you do and experience affects nourishment. So these mind shifts are just a few ways in which a health life coach can help you. So if you aren't sure what a health or life coach is, or if you really need one, you can reach out to me at info@totaluhealth.org and we can talk. I'm currently working on my health and life coach certification, and we'll talk more about that at a later time. But if you think you're in need of a health life coach, you can reach out to me at the email address I just gave you, and I can explain what this is how it might help you meet your goals, and just really, explain how it might be able to help you. So that is it for this episode. Listen in each Tuesday at 8 p.m. and hear another episode of The Total You Show. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.
That's all for this episode of The Total You Show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, podcast, follow us on social media, and tune in to next week's episode. Helping you achieve the healthiest version of you, that's Total You.